Exodus chapter 20, verses 22 through 26. God acknowledges that the people were able to see His manifestations and know that God is the one giving the commands. Moses is not manipulating them. God repeats His command for the people not to make idols and worship them. He even gives some interesting instruction concerning an altar for sacrifices. It is not to be crafted with cut stones. It is either to be made from dirt or uncut stones. Why? People who worshipped other so-called gods built really nice towers and buildings and altars for their worship, the high places. And their religion was connected to their properties, and they needed their properties for their worship. How silly is that? God needs no properties. He certainly does not want His people to be consumed with materialistic religion or use religion as a means for sordid gain. And God's command here is meant to safeguard people from using religion as a means to an end. And we worship God in spirit and in truth, not through self-gain and lofty buildings. The principle of this command still applies even though we have no need for offering the types of sacrifices the Israelites did, because Christ has already surrendered His life as a ransom for His people. And we should not be consumed with our buildings and budgets. We certainly should guard against using religious practice as a means for sordid gain. We should take care of what we have, but God doesn't need us to have extravagant buildings. He certainly doesn't need pastors who live so luxuriously that the people suffer. This command is to protect the people. In the same spirit, God instructs them to build an altar on the ground instead of on a high place, so that they will not expose their nakedness from under their robes. This command is a matter of practicality. God doesn't assign it some lofty religious meaning. He wants to safeguard the integrity and modesty of His people. So, some of what we do are matters of practicality because we want to act with prudence to safeguard the people of God and act in their best interest.